We probably felt, like many people our age do, that we'd done a lot of planning. You have your will, you have all of the things that you're supposed to have. This was just a kind of an opportunity. I was hoping to just hear somebody else's take on what we had done, and was there something that we were missing, really. It was totally non-confrontational and very easy conversation to have. It really doesn't even feel competitive with the things that we have done and the way we're set up right now for retirement or for what happens to your estate after you're gone.
We felt at ease with Brian completely, and as far as confidentiality, we were glad that he was not from the area, didn't know us. We had papers that we had to prepare, including what was in our estate, which was probably the longest part of anything we did, but he kept that all confidential and looked over it with us, and then they give you papers at the final, which kind of gives you several options of what you may do, so it gives you some things to think about and consider, and then take to your other advisors to follow through.
I think there were things that were somewhat surprising. Most of the things weren't a real surprise, but how you might handle some of the things that you'd want to be facing in the next several years, or maybe your heirs might be facing in the next several years.
The thing I noticed was that Brian kind of brought up some areas that we had never even considered, which was what taxes they may be paying at time of our death that we were unaware of to even think about, and how we could maybe try to change that a little bit, and then also benefit the community by giving some of that money to other than our heirs, to more not-for-profits or special places that we were interested in the community.
If you look at a certain percentage of whatever it is, your total estate, an insurance policy, something from an IRA, if you look at a percentage of that being given to charity, what does that do to how much your heirs would get, and what does it do to the tax burden that they would have? Yes, it gives away some of the money that they would be getting, but much of what you're giving away is offset by taxes that they don't have to pay. And so we've talked about those things since, and you come to realize when you're looking at the overall grand scheme of things that it is a minor change in what it does to your heirs.
Well, I think it reassured us that a lot of what we were doing was correct, but then realizing that we hadn't anticipated what the taxes were, and so I think that's really maybe going to be a definite advantage, and hopefully to the community by receiving more funds, because by doing that, by using those funds out of the 401k, that decreases the amount of money the government sees that it can tax.
It's not something that everybody's going to want to consider, but it's particularly pertinent to people who have money put away in before tax dollars. I guess you would say they are giving you the information for you to make decisions on, and then how you handle that is pretty much up to you.
And we've tried to do a lot in our lifetime or while we're working, but now this is going to maybe put our money to work after we're deceased, and so that's even a better thing. We even have an addition now to that.